Good morning. Today, we are going to go ahead and move into evaluating expressions with those variables that we learned last week. So the very first thing is that once you are finished with this lesson, you will be able to evaluate an algebraic expression. So what exactly is an algebraic expression? Well, an algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase that contains a variable and operations such like addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, but it does not have an equal sign. And an example of that would be x minus 4. It's not an equation because it does not have that equal sign, but it is an expression. And so we can evaluate expressions by plugging in a given value for the variable. So for example, let's think about a machine, okay? So you're gonna put something in to the machine and then something is going to come out. So once again, thinking about inputting a value into an algebraic expression, this will give us an output. So inputting something will give us an output. So if I input a 5 into that machine, it goes in, and let's say that our expression was 9x. So we're going to input that 5 in with that 9x. It takes the place of that x, and then what comes out? Well, what is 9 times 5? It is 45. And we can go ahead and label our input and our output. You will start hearing me use those words now. And we can say that 5 is our input and 45 is our output. So let's go ahead and let's do a quick example. So we have evaluate the following expression given that x is 4. So let's go ahead and let's imagine putting this 4 in for this x right here. So that's going to leave us with 4 times 4. And what is 4 times 4? Well, we get 16. That is our output. Okay, looking at the next one, we have evaluate the following expression given that y equals 3. Well, what is y? Well, y is right here, and we are now saying that it's 3, so we are going to input 3 in for that y, and that is going to leave us with 7 times 3 equals 21. Okay, let's go ahead and move to our Your Turn page. So go ahead and I want you to complete numbers 1 through 6. Take a few minutes, pause this video, complete those problems, and then press play to see if we can check that. In number 1, we have that our x is equal to 1, so we're going to plug in 1 for x, and we get 5 times 1 is equal to, it is not 6, it is 5. Let me go ahead and change that. Okay, so then your output would actually be 5. Number 2, our expression is 12y, which means 12 times y, and we plug in 4 for y, and we get 12 times 4, and that equals 32. Let's go on to number 3. In number 3, we see that our operation has changed. Here we have x plus 6. We are no longer multiplying. So we're going to find out what x is. What is our input? Well, our input is 9. So now instead of x plus 6, we have 9 plus 6. That equals 15. So our answer is 15. Let's go ahead and check number 4. Okay, so number 4, We have n minus 4. Well, what is our input for n? It is 13. So instead of n minus 4, we will have 13 minus 4, and 13 minus 4 is 9, so our evaluation is 9. Okay, looking at number 5. Number 5 could be a little tricky. Here we have x squared. So what does a square mean? If we have squared a number or cubed a number, we're going to multiply that base by itself that many times. Our input is indeed a 2. So instead of doing x squared, we would do 2. We would input 2 for x, which would give us 2 times 2, which is 2 squared, and that is equal to 4. So our answer is 4. Now looking at number 6, we have another step. So here we have a 2-step problem. We have 3m minus 5. So my input for m is 5. And once I go ahead and input, I will get 3 times 5 minus 5. Now we do need to be careful here because we must use our order of operations, our PEMDAS. What comes first? Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, and division. And we do have multiplication and division. So we have to multiply 3 times 5, which gives us 15. And then we're going to subtract that 5 last, which gives us 10. So ultimately, our answer